Hello and welcome back. Okay, so I downloaded a new version of this game that Mike provided to me. Well, he provided to everyone in Twitter. Uh, I already downloaded since yesterday, the moment he posted it. But you know, the moment when I recorded the first part, it was with the with the original version. I'm gonna call that version 0.1. The one I'm using now is 0.2. So, and that already fixes the biography thingy that crashed the game. Now, why am I starting from the beginning? Well, this is a new version, and usually, like at least it happened to me when I was trying to program a game, is that every time I add something or change something, it has a potential of affecting something that you already did before. Now, I doubt that that may have happened with this game, but I mean, in a way, I am game testing this, so I have to make sure that everything is working, as intended. And if I find a bug, even if it's like an uncommon one for other players to like run across, it's still good that I end up finding it in hopes of it being fixed. I still like that journal sound. No, okay, so while that thing is going on, can I press enter to interact? Okay, so I can open up the menu and it doesn't make it like go away. It's still there. The text. Now, oh, let me first save the game. Let me do that. There we go. Wait, what? Who's this person? It doesn't look like James at all. Oh, is it? Hold on. What? Oh, I guess this is like part of those like placeholders. Let me actually read the profile to understand why the art style is so different and the character to the bottom right doesn't match James Hawkins. So let me read this thing. Date of birth, September 25th, 1610. Also, that's the year this takes in. Okay. Place of birth, Glasgow, Scotland. Ja- Can I scroll down? No, that seems to be all of it. Weird. Hold on. I feel like there should be more because it doesn't end in a dot. No, I guess that's it. Never mind. So James was born to a Scottish woman, Jean Alanac. He was the second son born from her affairs with Sir Admiral Richard Hawkins, an English privateer or privateer. I don't know how to pronounce that one. After her death, James and his brother were sent to England to be supported by their father. The nature and demands of Hawkins' work meant that he had very little time to raise two illegitimate sons, so James and his brother Edward were raised primarily by one of the Hawkins. And it stops there. Oh, here we go. Oh, so that's what happened last time. There we go. Okay, so there's more. One of Hawkins' sailors, Samuel taught James all he knows about sailing and navigation. While working under Terence, James met and befriended William Roberts and Claude Gilder. So it's just three buddies. Okay. At the age of 18, James left England with his friends to pursue his own adventure. Okay. I still wonder who's that kid in the far right? Is that supposed to be how James actually looks? Or is that someone else? Now, I do assume this is just placeholder art because as you notice, they look completely different from each other. Let me just read this one. The details surrounding the birth of William Roberts are unclear. What do you mean? The details surrounding the birth? Hold on, let me go back up. July 11th, Jamestown Colony of Virginia. That sentence sounds kind of weird. It's like we don't know if he was born from a woman or not. What is known is that he was born during a troubling time in Jamestown, where low supplies and poor trade options led to the starvation of 80% of the colonists present. Damn. During this period, he was cared for by Anne Burroughs, one of the first English women brought to the New World. What is this, Monster Hunter now? I'm joking. When Captain Christopher Newport arrived with supplies for Jamestown in 1610, Annie begged him to take William, for fear he would not survive another winter. She claimed the child was not her own, and that the mother had died in childbirth. Oh, so that's why his birth is a mystery. Even though it's kind of been explained. Newport took the baby, giving him surname Roberts. They could give him a chance at a new life. Under Newport, William was raised and given a gentleman's education, as well as loyal as learning to sail and fight. At the age of 6, William attended Newport on a trip to India. It was on this voyage that William met Claude Gilder, the powder monkey of the crew. The following year, as Newport knew he was in the twilight of his life, he sent both William and Gilder to study under Samuel Terence, a fellow sea captain. Here, William met James Hawkins, and the two have been close friends ever since. Cool. Now, I'm also interested in in playing this game because I've also had my own ideas. I personally have a story I want to start, like, or a novel. I don't know what to call it, but a story of my own that it has this type of like world building. Ugh, my pronouncing is bad, where each character has like a backstory, and it all like comes together for this game. Like these two are together. If you ever wonder why they're together, you got the profile right here. So, and you can also see why they're best friends. Aside from whatever happens in the games, like if you want more information, it's there, but sometimes it's not necessary. The characters convey their relationship through their actions. So I'm like trying to pick apart my story, like what information should I have hidden, like accessible if the player is curious, and what part of the story is important. Now let me go through everything again. What happens if I click it? Repair, upgrade, sphere. So armor also have like slots, but there's also repair. Oh, there's durability right there and slots available. Interesting. I guess I'll get to the equipment mechanics later on. That's gonna be a little bit odd though, because in most RPG games, it you wouldn't want to upgrade the initial armor anyway, because you're probably gonna find something better. So my usually when you are required to buff or upgrade anything is when you face a boss that you cannot defeat. So instead of like trying to brute force it using what you have now, you might as well upgrade stuff. Oh my god! I just realized I almost spent 10 minutes without leaving the initial screen. Okay, so what happens if I open this while that thing is going up there? It does not interrupt. Okay, do you think we should be taking this? Not bad. This belongs to someone. Now, I do think there's gonna be like a moral choice. Like, what happens if I didn't took it? But I don't know how much can be done about that. Cause like Chrono Trigger, sorry. The only times they really make you feel that your actions have consequences and or reactions is at the beginning of the game. Uh, After that whole like judgment scene, it's not really like touched on again. Now, I do feel that this game is gonna have a little of that, but more of it. Like he did tell me that my interaction with Vlad was unique, and that's gonna be unique for everyone. So every character's, or I'm assuming every main character, is gonna have a an important dialogue box to increase the relationship you have with them. Because as we know here, I need a translator. I need to befriend someone that can help me with that. Okay, so last time I already did. I swear we're not here to cause trouble. That was the best timeline. Uh, Say nothing got me whipped. Now let me try this one. You're brave for a couple living pieces of driftwood, but make no mistake, you are at our mercy. What are you doing in 6? Oh, okay, and that's where it goes back. Okay, so that wasn't so bad. I kind of like the other one better. That we promise we're up to no trouble. Okay, so I'm mainly gonna be only reading dialogue that I did not read, uh, before and skipping everything else. So like the whole William. I like William's sense of humor. Okay. I'm probably gonna start like speeding up the clip because I do have to like walk all the way to Blad, exhaust his dialogue boxes. Although I do want to try something different this time around. Hold on, actually, he's gonna be talking about that for quite a while. What if I go to the beach? It skips it. Okay, makes sense. Go to change the body. He's mortally wounded. Dialogue still going. Okay. I kind of want to see if like leaving the area and coming back to it get completely eliminates it, or if the game remembers where it left off and it continues. I did skip the dialogue, so I guess we'll find out. No, it does completely skip it. Okay, so that's good. Oh, one thing. I know I honkered a lot in the whole icon thing. He mentions he is going to add more things like that, and interactables will continue to have icons. So, on my previous example, I mentioned that piece of armor. If it has anything of interest to the player, an icon will show up, which is good. I really like that mechanic. So, oh crap, what did I press? Okay, so this time I'm going to ignore this one. This is a special dialogue for Blad. And last time when I went to this with our friends, he joins us and doesn't allow me to talk to him. Now, in another game, that maybe be a problem because so that means that I no longer get to like speak to Blad again. But he joins the party temporarily, doesn't stay. So I'm going to find out that if I speak to him again, if that's gonna change anything. So never mind there. Oh god, what? And it's over here. What is this box? Can I? Now I do. I'm pretty sure if I steal this, it's gonna cause a negative reaction. But I'm curious. The innkeeper's watching you closely. Ah. So if I could distract him, I could probably get into this box. But that's what Williams was saying. I mean, let's try not to get into whole thievery. 50 marks. Yeah, I do have enough. So he's going back to his tent. Now, one thing I noticed, like, Gilder isn't, like, speaking much, but I'm guessing that's taking in consideration that the player may not actually go to the beach. It is a choice to not go to the beach and not save Gilder. So that's why I feel that Gilder and the guys haven't had any interactions with each other. Because you always got a program in the case that what if Gilder's not in the party? Although games do tend to have like flags to decide a path because that's how programming works. They're mostly like flags or checkpoints of things happening, and if they match up, it has a certain response. And also like if statements, like if player has Gilder, show this dialogue box in this specific area, or if player doesn't have Gilder in the party, do not show anything. Obviously, because it's not there. It's locked. Okay. Now I pretty much catch up to where I left off on the last episode. I just wasted 15 minutes trying everything out, just making sure everything works. Uh, oh, so because I don't have Blad anymore, I can't speak to her. That's interesting. That's like another of those flags I was saying. If player doesn't have Blad on his party, I cannot speak to her. Oh, and I can't speak to this guy neither. Oh. Oh. I don't have my weapons, so let's go to Blad again. It's good to have you back, Gilder. Ah, okay, here we go. Mm-hmm. Still as talkative as ever. Oh, Gilder doesn't talk much. Possibly intentionally because of what I just said. Like, Gilder is completely refreshed. Oh, speaking of which, let's check his profile. Oh, the icon is different. Although here you can see that the biography for Gilder and Williams, wait, yeah, William, they match. So James must be the placeholder one. His will most likely be changed. I don't fully remember everything he listed that needs to be updated, so that's why I'm mentioning it. It'll most likely be fixed to this art style. However, I wonder if he's the one drawing these, or he has like a specified artist for this type of stuff, because it looks pretty good. Anyways, the details surrounding the birth of William Roberts are... wait, what? William Roberts? But this is Claude. Hold on. Oh, no! There This is William's biography, not Claude's. Or... oh, Gilder. Everyone calls him Gilder instead of Claude. I wonder why. That's weird. Why is the text Williams, but the image is Gilder's? Okay, maybe this is something he's working on. He hasn't like maybe written the story for Gilder's origin. Like Gilder is mentioned here, but it's not his story. Okay, maybe this is still in the works. I'm sure that this will be fixed. I still wonder what this whole kill deaths is the kind of thing. Deaths per battle. That's an interesting statistic to to give to the player. I mean, people like numbers. I got nothing wrong with this. It's kind of funny just to see how good a character is for you in the team. He has good accuracy. Anyway, sorry. Let's go get my weapons from Vlad. Nope, it wasn't this tent. What was on this tent though? Can't remember. Oh, there seems to be a bookshelf. But see, because no icons show up, I can just easily walk to the room, hold the control stick in every possible direction, and I'm not getting icons, so I don't have to press A and investigate everything. It saves me valuable seconds. Now, if icons show up, I do hope that they either provide a laugh or an interesting bit of story or an item, as to not waste my time. Okay, let's talk to you again. Okay, so here are the gossips. Here for the weapons. It's gonna give us 2 short swords. Gilder gets nothing. Might as well do this to build my relationship with him. Oh, here we go. I'm sure someone else will talk. You save Vordos, we're on your side. So here's the interesting development. What if I choose something else now? Will he no longer be allied to me and give me more information? Will that make him hate me and no longer cooperate if I need his help in the future? So let's see what happens if I try to bribe him this time around. Oh wow, he got angry. Just because I'm a mercenary doesn't mean you can buy me. Oof. And that's it. Oh, follow me. Sure, just remember, I can't leave town unless I get orders from the captain. Ah. So that's the darkest of the timelines. I ruined it. He's no longer my friend. I can see dents and things in your gear from here. Need a repair? But I haven't even fought. How would you know? Well, not much of it, but I got these. Oh yeah, I can't buy none of it. I'll offer you to unlock all the nicks and things so that you can afford. What? 599? No! I used to sell weapons and armor, but since we come here, what the militia has, it needs for itself. Plus, Emma usually has a weapon or two in stock. Okay, about you. I did wonder why it says about me, though. Because it's not really about me, the player. Although, I don't know, I guess to me it just sounds better if it says about you, because I'm the one choosing it, so I'm asking him. And about me just makes it sound like if Reynard is talking to himself. Anyway, name's Reynard, and I've been smithing since I was old enough to hold a hammer. I've been with the militia for 12 years, maintaining their weapons and armor, building tools and hardware, even help out in a skirmish every now and then. It's tough living, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Okay. No icon showing up, so nope. Oh, weapons. Okay, I'm gonna try something out here. So I have this optimize button. Let's see if it works. Okay, it automatically gives me the short sword. I do have another one. So for William, hold on, William has a lot of health, so I'm gonna give it to Claude instead. Or hold on. Oh, I hope he didn't comment it because he left a comment on my video, which thank you by the way, Mike. But I'm just like blind. I can't see what I'm selecting. I hope he really takes that to heart and changes it. I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm no longer in equipment. Oh, I see what's happening. Okay, when I go to equipment and I'm in the characters, if I go into the characters and press B, it takes me back to the menu. I'm not sure if he can fix that or if it even needs to be fixed. But if I back out of someone's profile, I expect it to allow me to stay in the equipment tree. I'm not sure if I'm explaining that right. So let's say I go to James, I back out. If I press down, I my instinct was that I was gonna go to William, but instead it took me back to the main menu, like skills, equipment, and everything. However, there we go. That's what I was gonna say. It's not it, it's not something that really needs to be fixed because if I press L and R, at least in my Xbox controller, or whoa, okay, uh, I press left and right, and it removes that dialogue. I wonder why. Anyway, sorry, that's weird. So if I press L and R, I can switch through these characters. By the way, what happens if I try to remove stuff from him? I can take away his stuff. Screw you, Blat. Okay, that's interesting. Damn it, I shouldn't have pressed B. I'm just so used to pressing B going to the character that I want and press A. Anyway, I was gonna do it manually now. Wow, his weapon is way better. Skull cap. Dude, I just took away his stuff. But this is my speed though. I should give this to the... Oh wow, Simmons is slow. I mean William. The skill armor reduces speed regardless. Mm. Hold on, so... Hold on, I'm just looking... So, oof. I'm gonna... Let me skip this. Because what I'm doing right now is I'm comparing stats. Base stats. William is... they're all level... except for Blad. They're all level 5. And William has the least strength. So I should give him... I shouldn't give him like the best weapons, or sometimes I would to balance out the team. Because I like even numbers for everyone, so that they're all good. However, if they have different roles to fulfill, like Williams is most likely the tank. He's the one that's supposed to take all the hits while everyone else is doing the damage. Uh, I will accommodate those roles, but I usually take a lot of time thinking about that. So let me just skip that. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Oh, speaking of which, so mm, so far I'm just really enjoying the game because I get to this. I feel like I'm gonna. This is like the hub world, and I'm gonna be... Oh, Aberlin. Oh, you're the mayor. Still in town, I see. What do you need? Oh, there's that special dialogue with him. Okay. I'm gonna just... I'm gonna finish off the episode just speaking to him. There is still this whole, like, there's monsters out there. Uh, and, probably finding Imperials. So I'm interested in the story, how this is gonna go down. But let's do about me first. About... I'm Aberlan, the mayor of Sinks. I'm a lesser noble. My ancestors were fishermen, like most people you'll meet here in town. I've lived here my whole life. In fact, I was born right here in this house. Although I answer to Duke Bogislaw XIV, my loyalties are to the people of Sinks. If I don't look out for them, what kind of leader am I? We had difficult year. The Imperials came to occupy us late in winter. They took our ships, our boats, and many of our provisions. The Duke ordered us to cooperate, and we did, but those Imperials took advantage of us. We Dieter came with his militia, he ran them out of town, and he stayed since then to protect us. As long as this war goes on, I'll keep doing my duties as best as I can. Cool. go to town. Oh crap! This is the town square, big building. He's just gonna take me a tour, so I'm not gonna read in the specific voice. So sorts of field equipment, leave that. Oh, it's sad. As Johan working on her cart and Mara playing around too well. Oh no! This farmland was deserted when the Imperials occupied the town, but thanks to the militia, we're gaining control again. Beyond that is the Eastern Woods, which will lead you to Pramort Peninsula. Here we have the militia camp. Dieter and his men all camp here. None of them are locals. Reynard the smith can repair armor and weapons for a fee, an expensive fee. He can also sell repair tools if you prefer to maintain equipment in the field. Like Dark Souls. With the repair powder. This road will take you back to the beach where the militia found you. And to the left there is the church, of course. Father Christoph and Sister Juna offer a few services if you're ill. Of course, they'll also sell a few charms and talismans that they may come in handy against the creatures. That's another mention of the creatures. And out this road is the Western Woods. Through here you'll find our river docks, from which we launch boats to Peril, the next town over. You might also find Tilda's cabin out that way. She's an old pagan woman. Most of things is afraid of her, but she's harmless. And she could probably be a lot of help to me. And here we are, back at my house. About that incident with Data. Yes, what of it? I didn't need any rescuing. Wow! That is the. I feel like you could be a villain on this game with options like that. But you know, even just experiencing that on the first part of this game, that if you choose wrong, there's consequences. I got whipped. That dealt damage to me. Even though it could be like negated because I went to the inn and I healed up anyway. However, when it comes to RPG games, it's kind of hard not to like put yourself in the shoes of these characters, like to allow yourself to get immersed in this story. So most of the times, people, unless you like being the villain of the video game, but most players like to be the good guy, or at least the person that takes the moral choice. Like I should not be an asshole. Because usually and they also do that because they know that they'll get rewards. However, I don't know. Seeing these type of options, I kind of wonder if there's any point of me being a villain, or just generally being a jerk person. Like, what would that change? And is that type of like questions that offer a replay value to this game? Like, once I finish it, treating these characters how I would actually treat real human people in this time of era, or in this situation. That's how I always play these games. I interact with these people how as closely as I would, given the options that I'm allowed to select. I would always go for the ones that I would do as a human person. Uh, However, I do get curious, like an Undertale type of curiosity. What if I take a different path? What if I, do the genocide, or in this case, being the asshole? What will that change? I don't think RPG Maker would allow anything as complicated as Undertale did with that type of like mechanic. However, it's still a curious factor. Anyway, I'm gonna go with thank you because that's what I would thank him for giving us a chance. No trouble at all. Just do what you can to help the people of my town. And then that's the end of that tree. I kind of wish I was nicer to Blad though, because that's what I would do. I would be nice to Blad. But anyway, sorry. This has been a long episode of just me talking again and trying to. Oh, what is this guy doing here? Can't wait to get out of this dump. uh, I'm probably gonna speak to more people. I don't know how much I should record, to be honest. because I am enjoying doing videos. However, I'm also like trying to review the game and trying to find any technical things that could break it. You know, like the whole biography and things like that. Uh, I guess I'll just continue to do that because I'm really having fun with that. I just don't want to make long videos though, because I just feel that's gonna annoy people or whoever's watching it anyway. Anyway, I'll just leave it at that. So far, I'm really liking it. He fixed the biography. That's one of the things he already in the message he sent me. He's gonna add more icons to things, so there's gonna be a lot more in like interactions with the world around you, and just the just the border of the selections. That's still my only thing that I would change so far, because I just really like the whole. Every character is unique. Every NPC is pretty solid so far. And for a demo, I've been playing for quite a while, and there's just it sparks like I'm losing my words here. But despite being short, like if I just speed through the whole dialogue, I can get to where I was pretty quickly. But it also puts me in this like mental state, like to think about it more than what it is at the moment. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking. I'll end this episode here. So until next time, take care and have fun playing. Lates.